Do you know what bugs me so much? It's when boutique owners say that J months are bad, especially January. I am here with a hot take on that. I don't think J months are bad. I think you just haven't planned for them. So you think January, June, and July are going to be these great months when in reality, they're transition months. So I'm going to teach you right now how to make sure that you're not poor in January and you can actually buy spring inventory. Stay tuned. Hi, I'm Emily Benson. I'm a consultant for boutique owners, and I have been fighting misinformation in the boutique industry for a very long time. One of these being that J months are bad. I have consistently helped my clients understand what their January should look like, could look like, and how to save money for that. If you're watching this video in Q3, Q4, and you haven't started to look at first quarter of next year, let's do it right now together. In this video, I'm going to teach you how to utilize your high sales right now during fall and holiday so that you can be prepared for January when you still have to pay the bills, you still have to buy new inventory, and you still want to run a really solid business in these months that may have a slowdown. So the first thing I want to clarify about January in general is that from a retail perspective, most corporate retail companies are running their fiscal year actually from February 1st to January 31st. It doesn't really affect the way that they pay taxes and pay their bills, all that jazz. But the way that you have to look at the retail business is that we know December is going to be a high. We know November is going to be a high. And we know that January is full of gift card usage, returns, just a general fatigue from shopping. So if you're in any sort of mindset right now that you think January should be good, it's just different. It's a transitional month. We just came off of a bunch of really high months that hopefully you're watching this in an August, a September, October, November, December. That's a really nice time for United States-based boutiques to make a lot of money. Just period. You should be making a ton of money during these 4 months. Part of what shocks your system in January is that the sales do kind of slow down. So you think, oh, they're so bad. But we know they're going to be bad. We know it's going to slow down. And so let's just plan for it. I think a lot of people get down in the dumps because they think, oh, my sales are going to be good. We can expect sales to be at a certain point in a projection. So this is not where I'm going to say to you, we've got to do a little bit of math. The first thing we need to think about is what are our projected sales and what are our projected expenses for January, February, and March. Okay, that's the first quarter of a year. Now, again, if we were in corporate retail, we wouldn't be looking this way. We would say that January is the end and then February starts spring, Q1. That's where we start to launch spring and Valentine's Day and get into spring holiday dresses, things like that. Okay, I'm speaking about women's boutiques, but you can apply this to children's boutiques, gifts boutiques, and even men's boutiques, honestly. Once you know how much money you're going to need during those months and you understand how much money will you make? I mean, generally we see January, February, March run between 2% and 6% of the year. That's maybe the most I've ever seen, but generally 5% of your yearly sales are going to come from these 3 months. So if you took the entire year and said, this is 100% of my sales, only 5% of that would be in January. So the math on that would say, if I had made $100,000 this year, then I can expect in January to make around $2,000. That's nothing. That's going to freak you out. That is going to be a full jump scare when you go from December to January, right? Let's just be for real. That's a big dip. And recently I've experienced some drastic dips in my business and we prepared for it. We knew it was coming and it still scared the crap out of me. And that's okay. It takes strong women to be in business and be entrepreneurs, and we'll get through it. That's why I want to share this information with you. I don't want you to get jump scared in January. I don't want you to send me an email on January 15th going, help, Emily. I mean, we get those emails all the time anyway, but I tend to get them at certain times of year. And I want you to be prepared now. Step 1 is going to be figure out how much money are you going to make in those months based on what I told you. If you made $100,000, take 2% of that. Say that's how much I'm going to make in January. That's how much I'm going to make in February and March. That's your revenue. Now, what are your expenses? Do they change at all? They probably don't. Okay, that's good. You know that your expenses are going to be steady. Maybe you cut down on employees. Maybe you cut back in open hours so your utilities go down. Maybe you actually actively choose to close for a little while. Like most of my clients, I say, go on a cruise in January. Go like take the whole month off. Like it's okay to use a month where you know you're not going to make that much money to take some time off and or rely on employees more and just step back from the business, work on the business rather than in the business, right? This is a time where you get to say, what does my next up level look like? And you're not able to enjoy and revel in the new year because you're in a place of scarcity about money. So now that we know those numbers, let's zoom back to today. How much money are you making right now? Okay, you don't know. Go look it up, okay? I want you to start understanding the formula to be able to calculate your sales during the month. At any given time of the month, you can calculate what your projected sales should be. So let's do it together. Let's say it's the 7th of the month. Maybe it's the morning, so we haven't really sold anything. Understanding that we've been selling for 6 days since the first of the month, I'm going to look at my total sales. My total sales are $11,900. Now, I am going to project that out. I'm kind of rounding here, right? I'm going to project that out and say $11,900 divided by how many days have passed. So 6 days. I have 6 days of sales. That gets me my average daily sales. We can assume that if every single day you're kind of like doing the same revenue routines, you're kind of walking through the same process, you're launching, you're keeping up with your business, you're running your business, that we should expect the rest of the month to look like that. So when we roll it out and we say, well, this is the month of October, we're going to roll it out 31 days, we get about $60,000 in sales. That's our projected sales calculation. Now that you have that, you have a nice baseline to say, okay, let's set a goal. I want to be able to save all my expenses for Jan, Feb, March, or I want to be able to save 60%. What is that number you want to save for that first quarter? You're going to back it into today, next month, and the month after, October, November, December. You're going to take a percentage and save that money. I'm going to give you a percentage right now just because it's a nice number. I would like you to save 10%. You make $1,000, you save $100. It's never a bad idea to just be saving 10%. At a minimum. Now, at the end of the month, could you pay yourself with that? Is it great for emergencies? Also, yes, but I want you to start thinking about your money and your savings in percentages. It's just going to help you. Too many people are like, I need to make $500 a day. Like, number one, that's not how we make sales. So that's silly. Use the projection that I just taught you, right? That's going to be way more accurate. And you'll start to understand, like some days you're going to have a $5,000 day. Great. Like we want that. Don't limit yourself to $500 a day, right? That's like so limiting. Say, I'm open to make sales every day. Let's go. Now, once you have that 10%, so let's just say you decide with me right now, we're going to save 10% of each deposit. This is where we have to actually do the work. Every time you see Shopify or your POS system, Stripe, PayPal, whatever, give you money, you are going to transfer it into a different account, that 10% right away. I feel strongly that things like Profit First are such good frameworks, but we also have to make it work for our industry, for the way we get deposits. Like when you work in a business where you get deposits every day, honestly, you should log in and do your banking every day. Take that 10% out every day. Don't wait because the money will get spent. Go in, do that banking immediately and feel empowered about the money that they're saving. Now, if you want to some days, because you have a $5,000 day, say, you know what, I'm going to save 20% today or 30% because I have good inventory. I'm well set up. Like I feel like I can put that away. Do it. Like do it. Every dollar you have saved in January, you are going to be so grateful you did it. Trust me, even if you don't use it, just seeing money in your bank account will give you a sense of safety that you need in your boutique business. So many of you guys feel like you're just teetering like all the time. And like, you don't have to be like that. From a financial and inventory management perspective, you have so much more power over your business than I think you know that you could have. I teach a very specific framework inside a class called Profit Power Tools. The doors are open right now for it. And in Profit Power Tools, I give you the spreadsheets, the templates, the teaching, the training, the understanding that like this could be really easy for you, but you resist it because we all have trauma around money. Like, let's be real, right? No one taught us how to run a business. I want to teach you. Let me teach you how to save money so you feel good in January. You feel good in February. Like, that's really my goal. Instead of being in a position like Megan was, where she wanted to close her business and she said, like, this, it has to work or it's not going to work. We can turn your business around. I want to help you. If you want more information about Profit Power Tools, comment profit below. We'll drop the link for you and you can learn more about it. We're going to be doing live calls. We're going to be giving you a ton of support to work through the numbers. And I promise I will make it a judgment-free zone. You can ask me whatever you want. I've said silly things about money. I have money trauma myself. And at the end of the day, if we don't help each other, we're never gonna make lots of friends and make lots of money. We might make lots of friends, but then we never make money because we don't know how to ask for a sale, or we don't take the profit we need, or we're draining money out this side of our business, but we don't see it. I want to show you what you can't see. That's what I teach in this class. So I hope you'll consider checking out the information about it, and if you're interested, signing up. But thank you so much. I hope this helped you. Remember that you should be a little bit of a squirrel right now and squirrel away your money so that you feel really confident in a time where it is kind of dark and depressing anyway. So having a little money in the storage bank is not going to be a bad thing. All right. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.